Hello there. Today I'm making a green juice. I think Lou Corona is the dude who came out with green juice. It's called Ginger Blast. I don't have exact recipe in front of me. However, I do know that the some things that I have, they definitely go into this juice. So on this channel, guys, we do healthy eating, we do motivation, we do spirituality, we talk real things. We talk about life, and we talk about taking responsibility for our life in your health or in your personal life. We take responsibility for our life. This is the only way out of any situation. When we take control of what we put into our mouth, into our body. And green juice is like one of the most detoxifying things and cleansing things for your gut and overall health. I mean, there's no way that I would eat so much, salad. I don't like to sit and chew on stuff, right? However, it seems to be easier for me if I just juice things up. If I juice my dandelion greens, cilantro, parsley, and this way it just goes down into your system easily. So, God made real food. Nature grows stuff that's good for you. Preferably if you can get organic greens and just put it into your juicer or blender and drink your greens. Because as I said, I don't just sit and eat. Like, I don't have time to eat on salad. I like to drink my salad better, and it's just so easy. And the greens, they have all nutrients that you guys need. Everything, protein, fiber, antioxidants, micronutrients, all the stuff that the cooked food does not have, you have been provided in nature. It doesn't have to be complicated with anything. It doesn't have to be complicated to be healthy. It's not about bars and all the programs and you spend a lot of money. Everything you need is in a store, in a farm market, and it's real food. I don't like fake. Fake is easy, fake looks good. Fake looks attractive, but in reality, all we desire is real food. Stuff that's bitter is really good for your liver. It cleanses your liver. Our guts are clogged over the lifetime of eating unhealthy food with substance like glue from dairy and wheat. And no matter how many supplements you take, if your gut is clogged with all the glue and unprocessed meat that sits there for ages, the supplements you buy will not do you any good. It's just like, putting clean oil into a dirty oil in your car. You just have to slowly replace the stuff that you put in your body. It's the same thing with your thoughts, Most of us are running on autopilot with thoughts that run through our head, which are not our thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. But we say, I thought, I did, I am, and all those thoughts, they are not your thoughts. They are your program. There's something that you have inherited through growing up or through your childhood experiences. So in healthy body, healthy spirit, so to say, right? And we are responsible for the thoughts we think. We can choose what we want our mind to dwell on. If the thoughts that run in your head, they are tormenting you, they are sucking life out of you, they are not your thoughts. your mind is simply a tool. And if you allow that tool just to run wild on somebody else's programs, you will never truly live your authentic life. So it's all about taking personal responsibility for the food we put in our mouth, for the environment that we live, for the words that we speak, for, setting healthy boundaries in our lives. With what kind of people we, allow into our life. Do the people in your life, do they help you to grow and evolve? Do they see best in you, or do they beat you down? Do the people in your life, they just beat the life out of you, and they doubt you, and they cause you to fail because they don't like to see you succeed. They don't like to see you being better than them, right? So a lot of times people's insecurities, their own issues that they have, they project them onto you. So if you're doing your life, if you're doing, the work that you're called here to do, and somebody out there comes and triggers you or attacks you or talks about you, it's very important to remember that this is not about you. When people attack you, when people put you down, it's not about you. It's about them. So you see a lot of, successful people who make positive difference in the world. They don't care about what anybody thinks. They just do themselves. They create the life that they desire, and they do not care what other people think. So I believe that the purpose of life is to rediscover yourself in a new way, to uncover the truth of who you are, to remember what lights you up, to remember what brings you joy, to create, to speak your authentic truth, just to be you, just to not care about what other people think. You're here to be your authentic self. And most of us, we get identified with ego and with our programs, and we suffer. And we think this is who we are. But if you suffer, that means that you have identified with your program, with not who you are. Your true authentic self is it's like a little child inside of you. Who were you when you were 3-4 years young, right? You had no boundaries, you had no fears, you had no anxieties. You were most authentic self. And when you grow up and you start questioning what keeps you stuck, what keeps you playing small, you start noticing it's the thoughts that you think, it's the environment, it's the beliefs that you have about yourself, that you have believed that this is who you are. But most of our beliefs is not who we are. It's just the programming that has been passed down through us. So today, the whole world is on this awakening journey, humanity is slowly awakening to the truth that they are a spirit in a human body, that we are all one. Underneath our shell, we're all one. We are spiritual creatures. We are God experiencing this lifetime through our avatars. And the only thing that divides us is our shell, our beliefs, and our past experiences. But underneath it all, we are one. Underneath it all, we are unconditional love. And when we choose the thoughts that we think, when we choose what foods we put in our body, we cleanse our temple, we cleanse our minds. When we get in touch with our true authentic self, you will feel like you're living authentically. And you will realize, just like my brother Sean here, you will realize that You responsible. Hi, Sean. How is my brother? I'm making Lou Corona's green juice. It's called Ginger Blast. It's really popular among the raw food community. He looks like he's in his 50s. He is totally healthy and glowing and full of energy. A lot of people in the raw food community or even vegans, they do this juice. There's ginger, there's celery, there's cilantro, there's cucumber. I got dandelion, organic dandelion. This bitter stuff is good for your liver. It cleanses your liver. So I think I will start a juice cleanse next week. Maybe I'll do 7 days because I did it last year. And when you do juice cleanse, you feel really good and energized. It's very good investment, and I've learned about this juicer when I watched the raw food channels and how a lot of people, you know, they got cured, and they say this is like the best effective juicer because you can just put stuff in. I'll show you. I'll just put stuff in, and it's gonna do the juice from you while I cut other things up. It's really good. Look, I'm putting stuff in. It's really good. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So many people, like when nothing could help them, no meds, no doctors could help, like they just go on straight juicing or just raw food, just like mostly like, you know, greens because they have a lot of chlorophyll and all the good stuff, and less sugary fruit, just more like greens and watery veggies and fruits. And yeah, any conditions get solved. Also, if they work on some emotional issues, sometimes no matter what food you eat, right, if you have stuck unforgiveness or anger, you'll have the condition. And a lot of times it's sitting in some of our organs, you know, like Chinese medicine knows which organ and which emotion is stuck to. So it's all that. It's not just about popping the pill, as you know. 40 days. In 40 days, all gunk comes out of you. Your body fully gets rejuvenated. Fully, like everything on cellular level. You know? There's so many raw food people. Oh my gosh, there's people in their 70s and 80s, and they have no joint pain, no arthritis, no heart issues, and it's about also, you know, avoiding the toxic people, you know, doing what you love, moving, right? It's spirit, mind, and body. It's everything. It's just so beautiful to see so many people doing spiritual inner work these days. I see so many people, Sean, like you. It's like this huge awakening is going on. I just don't see myself going back into what I used to believe. It's just I can't even talk to those people. I don't want to be around those people. I just talked to the brother in Hungary. I don't even know him. We just connected on YouTube, right? And you connect with a person on the other side of the country. I talked to a person in India. She's my soul sister now. You are different culture, different religion, but you can connect on heart-to-heart level because you did the same inner work. You understand me, I understand you. And we don't try to change each other or to fight each other. We find the common ground, right? I will show you how I will pour it in my cup and I will get off. This is the green goodness, guys, right here. I'm missing mint and I'm missing, what is it? Peppers, hot peppers in here. Ooh, I need to add more lemon to it. I will do more. It looks amazing, yeah. Green juice people. this moment of my life, my desire is to be more present. One day I can stop drinking the coffee. I don't do too much coffee. It's like a nightly habit. It doesn't give me any it doesn't give me energy or anything. I just like the smell. I do with plant-based non-sweet creamer. It's just how I start my day. Then I do yoga, or some kind of light exercise and some meditation, and then I go off my day. Because I've noticed when you turn certain age, if you are not watching out what you eat, you would have joint pain. It's hard to get out of bed. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be a grandma. I'm not gonna be one of those people who can't get out of the bed and walk like this, like, like I have to be moving, Dandelion tea tastes similar. Yeah, dandelion tea, dandelion root tea. Yeah, you know this stuff. People in China, they have all the roots and stuff. They know about dandelion. In the dandelion root coffee, they sell it. It does taste a lot like coffee. It's good. If we question like, why do you drink coffee? Or like, why do you eat what you eat? Or why do you wear what you wear? Or why do I put my hair like this? Or like, why do I talk certain ways, right? If we question like, why? It's all because we were conditioned to be that way, and this is how society expects you to act and all that stuff, and to eat and all that stuff, right? For example, you were taught, eat everything on your plate or children in Africa are starving. How many people were raised with that? And then you grow up an adult and you overeat because children in Africa are starving, right? Or, I remember I was force-fed. I was forced to eat as a child, even to the point of being beaten up by your parent or relative if you don't eat all soup back in the country I was growing up, and forcing to eat you certain foods you don't like to eat and beating you after that. Imagine the trauma a child carries. Or to force people to eat everything on the plate, and when they grow up they have huge portions and they have to eat everything, and then they get extra weight and all that stuff. And basically what I always say, and many of you know already, is that we come into this lifetime as pure potential, pure soul, and then shit happens, crap happens, trauma happens, belief happens, conditioning happens. Your soul gets lost in identifying with everything that's not you, but other people's idea of who you should be and why you should be a certain way, right? To survive as a child, you had to adapt to certain ways of behaving and acting, like not speaking your truth, playing small, doubting yourself, being afraid of being judged and all that stuff. And our journey of life is to wake up, like so many are waking up today, to realize that they are a God incarnate. They are a spark of light. And when we get back to the basics of who we are, beyond the persona, beyond the ego and any identifications, when you're in your flow, that's who you are. That's beautiful. When a person is in their gift, there's no color, there's no religion, there's no agenda, there's no pride. You're just lost in your gift, and that is beautiful. Same with my brother in Hungary, when he's fixing stuff in his backyard, and when he's building something, and when he's, planting things. It's beautiful because he is in the flow of doing what comes naturally to him, There's no agenda there, there's no culture, there's no politics, there's no religion, it's just who he is, and that's beautiful. So people, here is to your health. choose the thoughts that you think. Love your body. Put healthy things into your body. Respect yourself. Love yourself. And when you do that to yourself, other people will do it to you. And if they don't, it's not about you, it's their issues. Because your light intimidates people. So if other people hurt you and you feel offended, like somebody just mentioned on the video, a lot of times it's not about other people. Yes, what they did is wrong, but they're simply mirroring to you what is inside of you that still needs to be healed and bleeding. And that's what I had to realize in my own life. Because unless you do, those triggers will keep coming into your life through other people and situations. And or it could be like you setting boundaries. If it's nothing about you, it's setting boundaries, right? And you don't allow people to treat you a certain way. That will show that you love yourself. Okay? So love yourself, and by loving yourself, you will make this world a better place. Bye-bye.